Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, me and my co-host, Trip, bring you Legionnaires versus Fury. Trip, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I've already had a lot of Onward action today. I watched you play against the Divided in a match earlier, and that was exciting. And now we're getting Fury versus Legionnaires, which should also be exciting.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can tell you that match from a personal standpoint was a hair raiser. If you haven't watched it, definitely check it out. We have the VODs, but this one is also going to be looking pretty good. We have a gold versus silver matchup here. Two very strong teams going to go head to head here. What's your predictions on this?
Oh, I gotta make predictions.
Well, you're an expert.
I feel like Legionnaires has this.
That's a safe bet. They are a gold team, so I can see why. But part of me wants to root for Fury, mainly because, well, first of all, I have friends on Fury. Second of all, I love an underdog story, you know?
Yeah, I don't know how much. I'm looking at the stats here, and I don't know how much experience. So Subway for Fury, they've only played it 8 times, and they've only won it half of that. So they're right at 50% round and map wins on Subway. Whereas Legionnaires tend to play it a lot more. They've won 10 out of 12 games and 63% of their rounds. So I feel like this being Legionnaires' pick, or at least they feel like they've got it in the bag. However, they also picked this against SMC and they did not have it in the bag. So, you know, and you guys, earlier in your match, you lost on your map choice, correct?
Yes, we did. We lost on Bazaar.
So, you know, map choice, I don't know if that's a real good decider. It just tells you what the team feels more comfortable on.
Well, I guess now that we're talking about map choices, Trip, take me away on the bandits.
All right, well, so Legionnaires banned Quarantine 1, which, you know, I love Quarantine, and I'm sad to see it go. And then Fury banned Cargo, which for these two teams, it's a smart ban against Legionnaires. I'll give them that. Legionnaires is pretty hard to fight on Cargo because they like to get prone, they like to get low and under those doors, and that's just hard to deal with. Or maybe it's not hard, maybe it's just annoying and they don't want to deal with it. That could be it too.
It could be either way, but either way, Legionnaires are known for being a very close quarter combat team, and taking away a crucial map like that can really limit them in a way. So this could work for Fury. Finally, last but not least, the first pick that Legionnaires, I believe, had is Subway. We would highlight. This thing's glitched out. There we go. Nice yellow ring. Alrighty. Trip, you're going to do the Volk, but first on Marsoc, we have L Vegas, Kagan, DMT, Eric, and Raider. Trip, take it away.
On Fury, wait, there we go. We don't have everybody yet.
Well, give them what they got so far.
We have GT4, Bald Headed, Crimson Catalyst, and the Beast. I think, were they asking for a reservist? Let me go check real quick. I can't remember. I know someone was asking for a reservist today.
We are a little bit past the match scheduled time, so they could be asking for a reservist. I know Evo's out on a trip or something like that, so we might not be seeing him today. But you already have a cast of 7.
Yeah, their captain's not here. More Within and Mobstar also not showing his face yet. So they've got people. I think that they've got enough people to get in here.
Yeah, they could just be waiting on the last guy to get in, but it gives us more time to speculate, chit chat, whatnot. Now I know that from previous casts of mine, Legionnaires really like to go for objectives. Do you think that's really possible against Fury?
On this map specifically, or in general?
It could be on it in general, but let's talk about it in a Subway point of view.
I don't think that a lot of teams go for objective on Subway. I mean, I don't feel like the map lends itself, unless it's North Stairs. I feel like it's way easier and way safer to just get the kills.
Yeah, and especially with how kind of close quarters it can get at times, it's really hard to control lanes. So being able to find those kills is a much safer bet, and it's a way to kind of cash in, if I may put that term in order to secure the map. Now, the map choices that we do have available to us are, of course, Bazaar, Suburbia, and Tanker, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, right? So we could see a bunch of good close quarters map coming out here on Legionnaires' side and see what they like to do, or what Fury like to do for that matter, depending on who chooses the maps here.
Map 2 is going to be Bazaar. Calling it now.
You want to put money on that?
Yeah, I'll put 50 on it. I got 5 on it.
Alright, why not? I'll say Suburbia for the last one.
I agree. I think that's probably what we're going to see. Actually, no, I think we're going to see Tanker.
Okay. I like the competition.
But I definitely feel Fury wants to play Bazaar. They're very good at it.
Yeah, no, and Bazaar is such a great map. I think it's probably one of the most balanced maps there is out there, and it combines so many different aspects of both long range and close quarter combat.
It's the same reason I like Snow Peak. It does the same as long as you, once you get across the map and towards the objectives, like it becomes a close range map.
Yeah, I like a map that kind of evolves in gameplay the further you progress into a round, and to have that kind of, I actually really like that about Turbine so far. I feel like that Turbine has a little bit of that element to it, and once people kind of get used to it and start developing a meta for it, we'll really see it mature as a full-blown league map.
Yeah, I just got out of a crazy comp lobby with some of the SMC guys and the Woods brothers, and I was definitely not ready to play Turbine. I've only played it a couple of times in uplink at all. Like most of the time it's either ops or gun game. So I didn't really know where the spawns were, and it's definitely confusing if you haven't, like, you need to get time into that map for it to not be confusing. Like, it spawns you down in the downstairs area, and you're like, I don't even know which way is north, which way is up, where they spawn.
Yeah.
And because of the sound and the levels, like, it's hard to tell where people are at.
Yeah, it's just such a complex map. There's so many different elements. There's so many different, like, sectors to it. You got the main building, you got the warehouse, and then you got the dam itself. And the dam itself has its own elements to it that are like different zones of control, and of course the elevators, but no one ever talks about that anymore. But I just like that map because there's so much to it, and you can go with any loadout and it'll be good in any case. So may bring a good diversity to the loadouts that we see brought.
Looks like we are gonna get a rehost. I think a couple of them just dropped. Yep, it looks like a rehost is happening. Evolution is the 5th man on the Fury's side, but it doesn't look like he was able to get into the lobby.
Ooh.
We are going to
And
swap
sometimes
out.
that happens.
That does force probably a new objective. We'll see. Rendering all of my cameras that I have placed useless.
Oh, your hard work has gone to waste.
Oh, it's the same objective.
Oh, wow. What are the chances?
At that, I think the chances are like 1 in 5. I think there's only 5, right?
We'll do the math
1,
later.
2,
But Evo is
3,
in. Evo
4.
is Fury's 5th. We'll probably get underway here real soon.
Now, speaking of objectives, also today we played Abandoned Night, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I'm definitely excited for these new maps.
I've always been of the opinion that Abandoned has kind of been the misunderstood map because everyone.
Would you say it's been abandoned?
Yeah. The name is just so suiting. We're gonna finish on this thought, but I think people should really give it another chance. But enough long-range talk here. Let us drop in really soon here on the action. Going to.
All right, we've got Fury. Ooh, I hear a Molotov already being prepped. We got Bald-Headed going upstairs. The Beast staying on objective. Evolution taking the tunnels, and I think he's going to meet first contact. He's about to contact with... no. Where are they at? They're here. He's running. He's getting low. Here we go. Kagan coming around the corner.
Yeah, and he's got to watch that thing. Evolution does get the initial pick on Kagan, but Kagan does have friends behind him, namely DMT and Raider. Raider's going around for the flank on Evo, but I don't think he's going fast enough to really do any work.
Arik is already behind him.
Yeah, and Evo's already making a retreat, so he's going to have to do a lot more, but Eric cuts out Evolution from the equation, and thus forces it to become a 3v4.
Yeah, that's why you should really send 2 people in those tunnels if you're going to push them, because you got to cover both sides of the tunnel.
I apologize for being a little lost on the camera here. I might just follow a player's view, honestly. The Raider and Arik are beginning to make their way down on this basement approach here, which is a direct way into the basement objective here, which is the one that we do have. They're being a little sneaky about it, but the only person that they really have to worry about is the Beast, and he's not even really guarding the doorway here. I don't really see any C4 either.
When did we lose a second Legionnaire? I didn't even see the kill feed for that. But these are the last 3 Legionnaires coming out this door.
Yeah, so everything rests on Legionnaires versus the Beast. A flare goes out.
What?
A very interesting approach. I have not seen this kind of strategy before, and shots ringing out, giving the Beast a good frame of reference as to what is going on.
That's a nice little nade right there, going basically directly down the tracks.
Yeah, nade placement nowadays is just so important. Especially with that black tunnel at the other end. It's so easy to get caught out there because you just cannot see. But the flank comes in from Bald-Headed, giving Fury the first win.
Wow, I didn't even see Bald come through there. He just came out firing.
I didn't even predict
the Beast
it
picked
either.
Up one, and Bald-Headed just came rushing out.
Oh yeah, a really good flank coming out of Bald-Headed. That's giving Fury a decisive bulk win. How do you think Legionnaires are going to respond to this?
I mean, I think they're just going to sit and hold objective. There's no reason to get pushy on this. There's no reason to leave the safety of the downstairs. You've got 3 entrances and 5 people. You should be able to cover this.
Yeah, especially with those stairs. They're just so powerful because you got those guardrails there, and they're mostly bulletproof if you shoot a railing, so it's a really good peeking spot. You can just hold all 3 of those locations, and the tunnel is actually really holdable too because you can push up pretty far. You're spawned right by it. So I think Legionnaires can definitely get themselves a point back here. We might see a Volk advantage map here for a little while, which is all good and fun because that makes the rounds really interesting, as we all know.
I don't know. I like to be aggressive. I just come down the stairs with some smokes and just start firing. You know, keep it interesting, change it up. Gotta keep them on their toes.
Well, speaking of keeping it interesting, we are back into the gameplay for round 2. We already see some members of Legionnaires getting into position on that subway, on the platform itself.
Yeah, it looks like they're just gonna hold it. Eric and DMT hanging out right by objective. Although, are they gonna send one? No, they're not sending one.
They are sending Vegas up a little far. Oh, he is placed.
Why
Interesting.
Did he place it
He
backwards?
placed the pistol backwards. I don't even know if it has a light on. Let me turn off my flashlight.
It does.
It does have a flashlight on. That's interesting.
I think it's to create a shadow. I don't know.
I mean, I should just roll with the flashlight off. I think Subway looks great in this update. You don't
I
need
think
a
all the
flashlight.
maps look pretty great.
You don't need a flashlight. I don't need a caster flashlight. We're just gonna follow evolution here with the natural lighting. Shots coming out along the subway here. As they are approaching
nice
on the
little nade.
stairwells, a nice flash might have already caught out this member of Fury who's... Oh, Raider, okay. Had the wrong overlay up. And Evo's beginning to make his way out of the tunnel here. Let's actually get a nice view of both. Now, Evo's got to worry about 2 people on the exit of this tunnel. As a matter of fact, actually 3 if Raider's not already preoccupied by the members attacking on the stairs.
I think they've still got a pretty strong defense here, and this tunnel guy isn't going to know what hit him as 3 of these members are just waiting. There is a C4 somewhere because El Vegas has a detonator. Oh, Evo found the C4. He knifed it. It's gone.
And Crimson Catalyst is already on the platform. All he has to do is take out 2 members of Legionnaires, and he'll have access to objective, which would be deadly for Legionnaires. If I remember correctly, Fury have not done too well on this map in previous matches before, but they clearly seem to have studied up and done their homework. And utility is at no expense here. And Evo's beginning
Evolution comes out the door, picks up 1, picks up 2, picks up 3! Holy crap! Evolution just cleared the tunnel entrance, and now there's only 2 Legionnaires left, and a ton of smoke. GT going for it with the shield.
Gets caught out by DMT. But the Beast has already made his way onto the platform. He's going the other way. He's probably going to go via the track side.
Crimson runs up, gets 1, picks Tablet out. Auric takes him down. The Beast in the smoke. Oh, he didn't see it.
Oh, Eric doesn't see anything. The smoke is obscuring the objective too much. Baldheaded gets caught up by Eric. There's another one around the corner, but Eric does not realize that he goes for the tactical reload, and Evolution finishes off the game, giving Fury a 2-point lead. Wow,
that was not what I was expecting out of that play at all. I mean, running down those stairs right off the bat from Snakebite? That was? No, Baldheaded, sorry. Baldheaded.
Snakebite's not on Fury anymore.
He was on Fury. I get confused. He came down and he just lobbed that nade in there, man. And that was an impressive move. And I definitely, that's what you get when you don't have a defender upstairs watching the middle platform, right? Then they have nobody to worry about. They just get all the way up onto objective. And yeah, I didn't see it going that way.
Yeah, you have to apply that pressure in order to prevent them from getting downstairs easily. You already got a free entrance pretty much in that basement now with the newish subway update. But you could still provide a lot of pressure from those stairwells that are kind of old school.
Yeah, and Evo coming out, he heard a nade pin pull and he rushed. Coming out of that tunnel entrance, he got 3 members of Fury. That's an impressive, or 3 members of Legionnaires. That's an impressive kill right there.
Oh yeah, no, a triple is always a fun watch. We will now be going into round 3. The upstairs is what Fury will have to defend, excuse me.
The Chinatown objective.
Yes. Amongst other names, but that's the one that we can use. There's an abundance of a certain kind of business around here that is not exactly family friendly. Raider gets caught up by GT for you to view, and Eric catches out Baldheaded. I'm sorry, Raider catches out GT. My apologies in my wording. The pre-firing goes out as a Molotov, kind of blocks the north lane.
Crimson here now rotated, waiting for Auric.
Fury have already lost 2 members, so this is going to be a hard defense for them. As there is a lot of pressure on this north end. It's such an easy route to take. Vegas begins to make his move up. Actually decides to deploy a tactical smoke.
And a trade comes out between Kagan and Crimson gets finished off by Eric.
Long nade goes over the map. Nothing really. If you haul your nade up high enough here, there's nothing for them to bounce off of. They just kind of go over these walls at times, and you got to be really careful on your throw.
Yeah, they are. There is a little bit of weirdness going on with the nades going over the buildings.
I think it's always been a feature of Subway. Vegas is brave, but gets caught up by the beast. Raider finds the refrag, and thus clears up for the most part. Aside from Evolution, is route to objective, at least on this lane. And
yeah, Evo's the last member standing.
He has friends on the way. DMT and Eric are making their way down, and they do catch out Evolution, giving Legionnaires their first point on the map.
Making my way downtown.
Walking fast.
Faces past.
And I'm homebound. Vanessa Carlton.
The good old days of music.
Good old days. I don't know. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Legionnaires have finally found a bit of their groove here. They might be able to get a... Might be able to catch back up to the losses that they have been incurred on by Fury. Fury seem to have the momentum.
I think Fury's going to go for the cap.
And this is a very capable objective. There's just so many places, so many little niche spots that are so hard to cover at times, because in order to cover them, you just get so exposed.
Yeah, and Fury, they've got some pretty fast cappers. And, I mean, the amount of smoke they put on the last objective, if they do the same thing up here, it's really hard. Like, you could literally be laying in the smoke capping and someone could run over you. I mean, that's how much smoke they had.
Yeah, I've always known GT4U to View to have a really quick hand on that tablet. I think he practices that more than anything else in the game, aside from running to the objective. So, you give him a good pair of legs, he'll get there.
Well, let's kick off round 4 and see what the Legionnaires have in store for defense.
Legionnaires have a lot of practice on their map. So
a little utility trade between Legionnaires here. Some mags, some grenades, it looked like.
Yeah, you got to distribute those to the places where they're going to be most useful. You want to get those probably on a line that will see the most action. But speaking of lines that get the most action, Fury have opted for a 5-man push on the north side, which is going to be incredible.
Eric here is looking for a detonator that he tossed to his team, and it just disappeared into the ground.
Fury herald their arrival with two flashes coming out of Bald-Headed, and the only person contesting that down the lane right now is El Vegas.
That nade getting Kagan, though.
What a rocket. What a rocket. The right amount of hot sauce. And Vegas is able to get the revive, thus bringing it back up to a 5v5. Fury is beginning to use up utility here.
I don't know, was that a sriracha hot sauce nade, or was that like a hot damn hot sauce nade?
I would say just like a...
Ooh!
Yeah, sriracha's fine. Another revive coming out.
Beast in the back.
We're still in a 5v5, but Vegas gets Bald-Headed. Bringing it down to a 4v5 with no res available. Go to go. Do not collect $200. He's gone.
That was a good, I don't know, that nade like exploded through the dumpster there. I don't know about that.
Well, there's a bit of a crack behind the dumpster, so if he was right next to it, he probably got hit by that. It's not like it went through the dumpster.
GT giving up on the smoke and just going for it anyways. Coming up firing.
Yeah, he's not letting anyone be able to move past, but Vegas is holding that angle just so tightly not to allow GT to get into that little capping space right by that box right there.
And it looks like Fury is going to keep pushing the the lane that they already lost a member on.
They've basically committed to this. I think the only person who ever went back was Crimson, who's going to try to now go for the flank, or at least occupy the other side. But there will be Eric over there. Matter of fact, let's take a look over there. That battle. Evolution gets caught out by Vegas in a trade. And Crimson is beginning to make his move down. He does find Eric, thus clearing up this side. And Kagan finds GT, probably on objective, as he normally is.
Crimson gets Kagan.
Yes, and now he's going for DNT, which he's not able to
win.
win.
Last defender. This is a cap. This is a cap. Beast needs to pull his tablet out. There's no one here. What are you doing?
The newest member of Fury is a little hesitant on getting that code out. I don't even know if he's memorized it, but where's the last guy? Oh, it's the race against time. Raider is running.
Oh, he heard him. He switches back to his gun. The shots come out, and the Beast takes him down. Could have been the end of map 1.
It could have been, but it was a smart decision. You know, he didn't memorize the code. He felt like he couldn't enter it, and so he just swapped to his gun and decided to go for the single point. Reminds me of a previously casted match.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, just talking about a certain guy named TFH who did the same thing literally earlier today. Take a look at the scores really quick. We are seeing Evolution just carrying the team with a 7-3 points right now. He's definitely a force to be reckoned with, along with Eric on this map.
All they have to do is defend this objective, and I think it's a very defensible objective.
Defendable, I think, is the
defensible.
Word. Defensible. I feel like that's when you remove a fence.
Able to be defensed.
Able to. No, I'm not going to argue with you anymore.
I guess both of them work.
Yeah, we'll just go with that. We'll agree to disagree here. As we head into round 5 of Subway, Legionnaires are against the wall right now. They have to find a point here if they want to stick in this and be able to win map 1. If not, they're going to have to win the next 2 maps in order to take the series. And it looks like they're all opting to go downstairs. Evolution gets tagged out by El Vegas on that downstairs. Might have been able to call it out, but very concentrated push from the Legionnaires.
The Beast in a good spot to defend that. He's, hanging out, but he's very exposed from anyone on the platform. I don't know if that's the safest bet.
Yeah, he is a little naked out there, but currently the Legionnaires are not choosing to go in any way that really exposes themselves to the Beast unless they go platform. Eric finds Bald-Headed underneath, thus bringing it down to a 3v4, Legionnaires advantage.
It looks like Raider and Kagan are going to come up through the downstairs objective and come up the stairs, which is going to be super exposed, or the Beast is going to be super exposed too if they come up that way. The rest of Fury's defenders way off of objective. I'm not really sure. They're just running around on the platform. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a very set defense.
No, it doesn't, but they could be trying to spread themselves out and be able to find out where this push is coming from. Keep in mind, they were originally thinking that they were just going to go for the quick rush, but Legionnaires have actually opted to go to the stairwells here. And the Beast is going to be in contention with Kagan here, but he is not looking in the right direction at all. Matter of fact, that fine booty of his is sticking out a little bit in Kagan's perspective, I believe.
Yeah, he is definitely still trained on that entrance from the tunnels there.
Just a push that is just not happening aside from maybe Eric, but I don't think that's going to be happening. GT gets caught out where his body's been promptly cremated.
I was confused where those shots were coming from. The Beast hasn't even looked in the direction of the shots on the stairs. He is still trained on that downstairs entrance.
He has such a good view of this whole ongoings right now.
Oh, he just backed out of his position and DMT didn't see it.
I don't think they've really seen each other at all. DMT might catch him out right now.
Doubting himself.
Ooh, that is tragic, but the Beast tries to go for the confirmation on Arik, but exposes himself to DMT and thus gives Legionnaires their second point of the day.
I don't know. I didn't really see the nade that happened for Arik to down himself. But.
Unfortunately, I didn't either, but it happened, and that's how history will write it.
So it looked like Legionnaire or Fury had the advantage when we started this out. They pulled ahead with a nice 2-point lead, right?
Yes, and this is something I've always seen with Legionnaires. They usually give up the first couple rounds on this map, but then they adapt to their opponent's playstyle and begin to kind of bring it home. Something interesting, an interesting pattern I've always seen. I wonder if it's kind of intentional. But who knows? Maybe Fury will be able to hit it home. They are only 1 point away, remember that.
Is that like another hit from the 90s one call away?
Actually, no. I was just saying that. Sorry, man.
Aww.
I've let you down.
I'm just gonna keep referencing 90s songs all night long.
Oh boy. That smells like your teenage spirit.
Oh, get out.
It's pretty much all I know, aside from like, we could go with like old school Slipknot.
I don't think the viewers will know that much Slipknot.
No, probably not.
But you know what they do know?
What?
Round number 6.
Yes. Same defense. Same old attack, different people. Fury. Will they send it home? Find out in the next 6 minutes. And it looks like Fury are opting to go with a 2-2-1 push. 2 people down in the basement, 1 going north and 2 going south.
Legionnaires defense leaving a lot to be desired on the objective.
Sorry, did I call the Legionnaires coming in? No, that's Fury. It is late for me. My apologies. Oh, and a nice C4. Wish I caught that.
He planted it and just waited for the sounds and pulled the trigger. This is a beautiful execution of C4.
Oh yeah, it's always in that cheeky basement tunnel area, I'll call that. And it's such a bottleneck that it's so important to put a C4 there. It works almost every time. Works like a gem.
If you snap to camera 2 here, Eric, defending that downstairs tunnel entrance, is holding a nade ready to be pulled. Not his rifle. He's gonna try and lob a nade, which I don't see working in any capacity.
Well, he better know that evolution is right there and ripe for the taking.
I mean, this is the door that he downed himself on trying to throw a nade out of, so you know.
Maybe he'll have better luck on the inverse.
Pulled the pin.
I think there's a C4 on top of that as well.
There is. He was waiting for the shots. The nade goes in.
Evo.
Oh,
Evo outsmarting Eric.
That's such a good play, though.
That is, and I think that C4 is actually still active. Has a green light on it, which is good.
It appears to be active still.
I don't think Evo... Yeah, Evo's choosing not to go the same way as he was originally planning on going, but Eric successfully drove that back, albeit without a kill. And a trade comes out between Evo and Kagan down in the lower level.
Beast is checking his tablet. He's gonna see if he can go for this cap. He's memorizing that number.
Question is, will Eric take his gaze off that doorway? The Beast is already beginning to look there. He's probably gonna see it right there. Oh. Does he not see him? No, he doesn't.
Didn't see him. Oh no. I mean, he is super dark, but like, oh, that's harsh. It is hard to find people down there, though.
Yeah, the black train with the black suit just blends in so well. Camouflage really does work. Now we're down into a 1v4. Legionnaires are looking pretty good here. Unless GT can pull up some magic, but the rotations coming in from Raider here might force a move from GT. Oh, but GT
not
was not
even
ready.
looking at the stairs.
No, he wasn't. He was looking at something else. Legionnaires tie it up 3-3.
Yep, tie game, map 1. We're still on map 1 if you're just joining us. You have missed 6 rounds of Onward action, but we've got a 7th round just for you because you joined us. So we'll watch that for you.
Yeah, just for you guys. Just for you guys. Now the next point will be the decider. We've seen strong plays coming out of both teams, but I think Legionnaire have got their groove on.
I don't know. That defense seemed really weak. I mean, they got lucky, in my opinion. They only, like, one, if the Beast had taken down Eric, he would have been on objective.
Yes, if he did. And it is a very spread out defense as well, yes. You bring up a good point, but
They
keep in mind,
kept sending 2 people downstairs that were running around, which on this objective, like, there's no reason to be running around.
No, but the next objective is a fan favorite. It is the North objective.
Ooh, with Legionnaires on offense.
Oh yeah. This is going to be very interesting. Both Bald and GT, I believe, just really know how to cook a grenade just right, just to the right temperature. Be able to chuck it at the most damaging spot. And of course, the Legionnaires have practiced this match so much that they practically know an over-the-wall shot as well.
Which way are the Legionnaires gonna attack this objective? Now, one thing about Legionnaires that I've noticed, they have a ton of utility. I think every single one of them carries a frag.
Oh yeah, and especially when you're just trying to bombard a place, that's exactly what you want to do. Legionnaires have actually opted not to go rush the spawn for good reason. They are throwing nades up there. Matter of fact, Fury are actually playing rather conservatively.
That Molotov. Oh, man. It keeps expanding. It's moved all the way across the lane now. Now it's gone.
It's a growing phenomenon. We didn't start the fire. Okay.
That's a good 90s song.
There we go.
I think that Legionnaires going slow like this is actually going to bite him in the butt as Fury flanks out and just spreads out. They're everywhere on this map.
Yeah, they've really spreaded it out here. They've got people already upstairs. They've got people on objective upstairs watching all the corners. The Legionnaires actually have a counter flank as well. Raider catches out the
One
flank, the
flanker down.
beast. The Legionnaires are looking good by 1 soul.
Yeah, and especially if you're gonna push this north objective, having someone watch your 6 is a good thing because it's just so easy to get tied up in this firefight coming down the stairs or pushing in smoke and shield or whatever, and not hear someone just run up on you from behind.
Evolution is guarding this downstairs here. Catches out El Vegas. No res available. It is now a 2-on-2 for this objective here, with a 4v4 across the entire map. And Evo's
Yeah, Kagan gonna go check the spot again and right into Evo's line of fire.
Oh no. Oh no, you don't want to do that. Oh, he hits.
Why? Why did the shots not come out?
Maybe you didn't see him, but whatever it is, Evo is no longer able to defend objective. It is now 2v1 defending this north side here, and Fury are actually dwindling here. And Legionnaires get a 3rd reinforcement for this north push.
Raider just ripping nades off his chest. Here comes the 2nd frag.
Lots of smokes coming out. GT, ooh. GT goes out, and now objective is undefended. Bald-headed is making the beeline back to the uplink. And the slow push is coming out from Raider.
I mean, Bald-headed's gonna die here. There's no way that these 3 Legionnaires don't catch him coming around the corner.
Yeah, with a move like
That was
that,
a firing squad.
no, there was no way. Legionnaires take map 1. After almost giving it up.
Yeah, let's take a look at the scores. Oh, they all left. Evo and Eric had 10 kills a pop.
Good job, both. Yeah, it's always a feat when you can get double digits in a match, especially in a pretty closely ranked match. We're gonna pop back over to the war room. As we know, the 2nd map turns out Trip was wrong, but I was kind of wrong, kind of right. It is, drum roll please, Trip, take it away.
Suburbia, close range map, fan favorite map. Takes place in North America as the Russians have invaded, I believe is what it says on the little loading screen. It's somewhere in Colorado, I think. I could be wrong.
I heard it was West Virginia.
It is most definitely not West Virginia.
Country roads.
Take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia.
All right, this is not American Idol.
Mama.
Can I hit the red buzzer? I'm hitting the red buzzer, Trip. I'm hitting the red buzzer.
Isn't that the one that gets you like a guaranteed trip?
Pretty much.
I don't know how these things work.
I could just drive to West Virginia, so I get like a guaranteed trip already.
I was in West Virginia the other day. I
Oh.
like West Virginia.
West Virginia is amazing.
That's where we go hunting.
Where I go backpacking. I believe I did mess up the war room. Let's see. Oh yeah, I did. So map 1.
Don't mess up the. What did the war room ever do to you?
I messed it up. It's technology, and it's my enemy. Alrighty, there we
That
go.
is true. Technology is everybody's enemy.
Yeah, technology is going to consume us one day.
AI is gonna take over.
Make sure that this is looking correct. Yes, yes it is. Legionnaires currently leading the series 4-3 after taking that score to Subway, their strong map. It is now time for Fury to answer back or lose the match. Like I said, I always like rooting for the underdog.
Yeah, I don't know. On this map, Fury's pretty good. Fury's got quick caps as well. But I think Legionnaires is also fairly good at this map. Let's take a look at the stats. Let's see what we've got here. So, Suburbia for Legionnaires, they've played it 20 times and they've won it 11, so about half.
Okay.
For Fury, 24 plays, 16 wins, so 67%.
So the stats are looking more toward Fury. Am I mistaken?
You are not mistaken. That is correct. By about 4% on round wins. So they've definitely got more experience on it. I really thought Bazaar would be the one we would see. Fury plays it a lot, although their win percentage isn't that great for playing it that much. So I don't know.
Well, a lot of people play it all the time, so it's a matter of who plays it the most. So you can play it all the time, but if you're not the most experienced, you're probably not going to win.
This is actually Fury's best map in... Yeah, this is their best map, Suburbia.
You've heard it from us.
At least that's what the stats say.
This is the peak of Fury. We'll be starting with tank objective, and we don't have to wait any longer as Fury lead the charge. Attack first on tank objective. Oh, and that was a false alarm, but I am not going to change it back anyways. I will not be swayed by false starts.
I'm right here behind you.
Rapid exchange of utility. Probably giving all the nades to the people who could throw the best.
Raider?
Yeah, maybe. He has had a good arm today.
Fury over here looking... They're all memorizing the code.
Now, the key to this objective is to be able to take the middle house, and Legionnaires know that perfectly well by putting 2 people to defend it, but only Crimson is there to contest it. Evolution will find Raider. Can't go through that window. There we go. And DMT is a flatmate right now.
Crimson's inside the house listening to these callouts. Eric called out one behind the house.
But he has not called out one inside the house.
No, and I think Crimson's got a very good position here. If he just peeked out the front door, he could take down DMT. Oh, that was a grenade
Bald
launcher.
head, it's on objective. Oh, but he gets caught out by El Vegas. What a push from Bald. He wasn't able to complete it as Vegas knew exactly what's going on. But Evolution is now on objective, but El Vegas once again is on a murdering spree, catching out Crimson as well. The Beast recognizes what's going on, but now gets caught up by Kagan, and a final pick onto GT for you to view. Legionnaires take the first round win in Fury's haste.
Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure that that's legal. Fury did have a smoke grenade launcher.
Oh.
So I am going to hop down into their voice chat real quick and talk to them. I'll be right back.
Wild Trip is dishing out some justice. Let us update the scores and discuss. I did actually not see the grenade launcher directly. It might have been caught there, but there's so much going on. I kind of lost track. Now, for those wondering what Trip means by the grenade
I'm back.
launcher, oh, explain the rules.
Well, so the rule, as far as I'm aware, which actually, when I just talked to them, Legionnaires wasn't even aware that it wasn't allowed. So I'm not 100% sure I'm right on this, but I thought that you couldn't, and I've asked the mod for clarification, I thought you couldn't use a smoke grenade in a grenade launcher, and even though it's only a smoke, on any map besides Downfall or Quarantine.
Now, I do know the rule is specifically for grenades only to be used on Downfall and Quarantine because they are larger maps. Maybe Turbine if there's ever a ruling on that, but as far as I know, that's not allowed. But smokes, I actually forget what the ruling on that is.
I believe that the mod's ruling last time we talked about it was that it was too hard to distinguish which grenade was launched from the grenade launcher because the sound is the same.
Yes.
But Legionnaires won. Fury used the grenade launchers, and I don't think Legionnaires actually cared that much as what they sounded like. So there probably won't be any contesting the points or anything like that. We're just going to continue with the round as is.
Yeah, and the
teams have been notified.
Is already getting underway. I'm not even going to bother with the round ticker here. As Crimson gets almost mowed down by Eric right off the bat. A nade comes out and it goes a little far, but it's only a flash, so it would not have made too much of a difference anyways.
I'm going to tell you, if you don't click the round ticker, you'll lose track of what round it is because it doesn't.
Yeah, I can count.
Keep track.
I may not be able to read, but I can count. Here, just for trip's sake. There. Are we happy now?
I am happy. Eric picks up Crimson Catalyst.
Yeah, and a very nice pick into that middle house. It's a crucial control point as it does overwatch the objective, like a hawk or a helicopter mom, whichever you prefer.
A helicopter mom.
And Legionnaires are actually beginning to make their approach into the house. Only really being guarded by one soul, and that soul is the Beast. Evolution comes in hard and fast, getting Raider, and DMT catches out bald-headed as well, bringing it down to a 3v4 Legionnaires advantage. Legionnaires are looking pretty hot right now.
Legionnaires are looking pretty hot. They take down the Beast. Kagan picks him up. There are only 2 Fury members left. Evolution in the carport, and GT are running around the back of the house now. A good rotation, something you would have to do with those smokes on objective. I would be super concerned that someone was capping.
Oh yeah, GT does not have a view as of right now, and the rest of Fury are very spread out. A rocket of a Molotov.
That was a Molotov. Wow.
Evolution also catches out Eric, bringing it down to a 2v3, and some firefighting going on along this front yard here, catching out GT for you to view. DNT catches Evolution, and Legionnaires get their second win.
Yeah, very strong play from Legionnaires there.
Yes.
That Molotov, though, I was like, what kind of a grenade is that? And then it exploded, and I was like, dude, if that would have caught those two, they would have just burned to death.
Yeah, no, that would have been an amazing play, but it was a little skewed to the right, just like my golf swing. And Legionnaires are beginning to run away with it at a 6-3 advantage if we're looking at the whole score throughout the entire game.
Yeah, I think Legionnaires winning that first map is they're leaning into that the momentum, and I don't know. Like we said at the beginning of the cast, Legionnaires is the higher ranked team, so Fury has a lot of work cut out for them to win this. And I don't know if they've played. Let me take a look at their history here. I don't know yet if they've played a gold ranked team. Rome, Ember, Pack 1, Merc, Rome, Hand of Death, Gunning on Empty. Gunning on Empty is probably and Mob Squad. I don't know if Mob Squad and Mayhem. So their first 3 this season were against pretty high-ranked teams. Mayhem currently gold, Mob Squad silver, and Gunning on Empty also gold. But since then, they've been riding a lower team bracket. And they've been doing pretty good, but yeah, I don't think they're prepared for this. Oh, they did also just lose to Animal House.
I mean, but Global Chem also lost to Animal House.
0 to 13.
I mean, Animal House
And what
has been
I
on
think that
fire.
was the shortest cast of the season. It was like an hour 5 minutes, including all the intro and stuff. It was a short game. But we're in round number 3 on map number 2, if you are just joining us. And Fury is trying to get some points back.
And they're not hesitating at all. Smoke's already coming out lane 2. We do have a decent spread here going across lanes 3 and 1.
GT is going to run into Vegas behind that K-rail. Also, do you have your lasers turned on? Because they are a sight to see right now.
Oh, yes, sir.
GT takes down DMT, but Vegas is now definitely going to know someone's there. He's going to hear the sounds. Vegas is going to hear it.
And no
He's
smoke
going to pop up right now.
cross.
Vegas lets him go all the way past him, but he goes down to bald-headed. A little too slow on the squats there, and Crimson's on objective. Crimson's got tablet out. He's capping in the smoke.
What a move. What a move. And Fury tie it up with the cap.
A beautiful play from Fury. Beautiful.
What a play from Crimson. Bringing them
He came
back
from
into the
north
game.
side.
So he went around, down the rear lane 2. And capped.
No. He went across North Street to the white car, and then like creeped towards red car, and then cut back from the the north sidewalk.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
Yeah, like not
shabby.
Not any line I would take that there's no cover there anywhere that he was standing, but it worked.
Yeah. No, it worked remarkably well. And Fury now get that good old loot. 2 points.
That loot dropped 2 points and tie it back up on map number 2. Good job, Fury.
Current score throughout the game is 6-5. Fury have just found themselves a ticket back in. This is their second chance, and they have to win this map if they want to stay in this game. As we always know, Game 3 deciders is always the best decider.
For sure. We love going to map 3. It adds so much tension, and it changes the play style, right? You win the first 2 maps. Your third map, you play a little bit looser on both sides of the objective. You play the losing team is looser because they've already lost and they can try some stuff out and get a little more aggressive, and the winning team already won, and so they don't really care as much. But if you've got that map 3 decider, point for point, that's the way to go, and it changes things.
Yeah, round 4 starting up now. Fury will have to defend the objective, make sure Legionnaires don't cap. If they do, game over.
Yeah, Fury definitely knows it's possible because they just did it themselves, but they are going to rush Legionnaires hard. Crimson coming around the corner, not seeing... Oh, he does see him. He takes down one, but Vegas takes him down. A frag
and
a
rocket!
Ooh.
The res will come out, but what a nade catching out DMT. Kagan will find Evolution. Fury only have 2 members to defend now. With 4 members of Legionnaires still up. This is prime capping time for Legionnaires.
The offensive defense here from Fury not working out in their favor.
One nade could take out this cluster of 3 right now if Fury were to be so lucky, but I have no idea where they are because the callouts just aren't working. Something along that line. But the rush from Fury just isn't working for them against a team like Legionnaires who just know how to shut things down like this.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of Legionnaires, the slow, prone, methodical plays, but I do like how they run together as a team, and they do audio-only communication without radios. They use hand signals. They use call signs and call outs that are different, and it's just very fun to watch them play a much more military-esque play style.
Yeah, they're using all aspects of the game, including, you know, the physicality of it. This isn't like Call of Duty where you have certain fixed emotes. You can do whatever you want. The slate is yours, and you can use that as a communication method.
We have been seeing a lot more hand signals recently from a lot of teams, especially now with the index out. You can make even more
polite gestures.
I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Not polite, not that gesture, but just like
that's the only one I've seen out of the index.
They carry more. No, I've made lots of gestures.
I've seen rock paper scissors.
I've done the whole like walking motion with the fingers. I've done that. I've been like go that way and walk and then like slow down and crouch, and I've done some pretty entertaining things. But GT picks up 2.
A crucial double. Now it's down to a 2v2.5 if GT were to confirm his kill here, which he does. So in one fell swoop, GT4U to view has evened up the round.
He keeps putting out these shots though, and he's gonna catch a bullet through a fence.
Kagan finds the beast. It's up to GT now, but Kagan is on objective, and he's going tablet out. GT with the
GT standing in the middle of the street takes down Kagan, stops the cap, but Vegas just waiting for it.
Yeah, Legionnaires are now 1 point ahead due to that. I don't even know what to call that.
I mean, he did the right thing.
He did the right thing.
He didn't let them cap, which would have lost. So he killed the capper and died. That's better. That's a better way to go.
Yeah, just I would not have gone into the like. You could go around the other side, I believe. Oh, whatever. Caster Views 2020. There's a good move on GT to keep them in the game by taking the L, at least the little L.
So I got the wording from Dekin Man. Usage of the M2 smoke grenades is allowed anytime on the maps that the gun is allowed. So specifically Downfall and Quarantine only. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, if Legionnaires win this map, there's not really any reason to fight it anyways. It's very unsportsmanlike if you win a map and then still complain. But even if they lost, I don't think they would. It didn't help the team at all. I mean, that objective was still lost. So, The 203 smoke is a very underrated tool, though. It gets you a third smoke grenade on a player, and you can place it literally wherever you want it.
Yeah, you just point and shoot, and boom, they can't see anymore.
Although, it is using the old smoke, it looks like. It definitely looked different.
Yeah, but it might just be something that the devs just have not updated yet. You know, they got a list of things to do.
No, on this side, on this side of the white. Yeah, on this side, behind that.
Lots of communication coming out still, and wow, that is a pre-fire angle I have never seen.
I've seen that a couple times recently, where they kind of shoot through that, and it's really effective along this objective here because it really secures the route for Bald-Headed without having to worry about any kind of mad rush.
I like it. I'm taking notes.
Smokes are coming out on well, not on objective, but oh, that one is on objective.
That one's exactly on objective.
That one is pretty darn good.
Evo's coming up, runs right into Eric.
Anticipated Kagan being a little closer, but his estimation was a little wrong. More smokes coming out. And
Bald-headed picking up Vegas. Bald-headed's going for the cap. He's got
he's
tablet
on
out. He's on
objective.
objective.
Oh, he's nestled in there just
ran
right.
past Eric. Oh my
They
God.
might
He's
run
typing
away
the
with
code
this,
out.
and they stay in the game.
Wow.
What a cap!
Oh man. What a cap.
Oh, you know what? I left the overlay on.
Oh.
Oh, rip me.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Oh my God.
Here, we'll just tab out just to. No, we're not. I'm gonna accept my shame. But just know that Fury have stuck in this. I apologize about that.
I will narrate. So there was a defender on the white fence, and they put smokes all up in his business. He could not see. He took down one, but then they just ran around behind him, past the Humvee, and went for that cap. And Bald-headed didn't even have his gun up. I mean, he ran from Humvee to objective with tablet out, and like not a care in the world. It was crazy.
The massive amounts of smokes that were put out around objective were a key factor in allowing that cap to happen.
Yes, tons of smokes is Fury's forte for sure.
Hey, and
They like that shock and awe.
and the good news is, Trip, you get your $50.
It was bizarre.
We just chose the wrong map time frames, I guess. Yeah. So initially, why is it saying that all the maps are bad? That is wrong. That is very wrong. My stuff's broke. But Bazaar will be our third map and the deciding map now that Fury have tied it up map-wise is 1-1. And I don't think there's really any better map to have a tiebreaker on than Bazaar.
Snow Peak, Turbine, Abandon.
Nah.
Any of those would be a great one.
Nah, there's too.
I have yet to cast Abandon. I would love to do that. I've cast Snow Peak and I've cast Turbine. If someone throws me an Abandon, I will pay you $50 if you host a Turbine map, or not a Turbine, a Abandon map in League.
Sometimes I wonder where you get disposable income.
The corner.
They're just showering money on the players. I do apologize. I feel really bad about that. That I did not cast that.
Missed the best play of the game.
I missed the best play of the game. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
One job.
One job. This is why I'm on OML 3. It is late night and I'm tired, and this is OML 3 the Ocho, so. Now, here's the question. Will Legionnaires... Well, they lost that round, so... It's not like pressing the ruling is going to help their cause whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it didn't affect that round. So, the sportsman-like thing would be, like, they lost, right? They lost the series, or the map, but that round the 203 was used on didn't really matter. So, I don't know. I personally, I wouldn't be like, hey mods, I need the points, because like that just seems shady. I mean, if it's intentionally done, it sounded like neither team actually knew that it was illegal when I hopped into voice and said,
the
hey
smoke
guys.
is pretty harmless, unless it's being shot right at you, but still mostly harmless. And this time we will be casting the action with visuals.
You got that nice overlay turned off now?
Yeah, it's a very nice overlay.
Alright,
but,
here we go.
We even got the little circle thing that tells us what map it is. There you go. See, look, now it's spinning. We will have the East Market objective to start off with a quick spawn nonetheless. We see Fury set up their defense, and Legionnaires don't look like they're holding back at all. Shots going out around the corner. Bald-headed finds Eric right off the bat, but DMT gets the refrag. Legionnaires now have control over Kayot building. DMT is resable, and that res will come out from El Vegas. And a nade going out in front. Everyone's, ducking away. And GT tries to get greedy with it, but he gets caught out. DMT beginning to make his move up. He's trying to peek that window there. Pre-fire it a little bit. Evolution does catch out Radar down on the North Street there, but the Beast catches out DMT. Kagan gets the refrag on the Beast. Now we're into a 2v2. Fury and Legionnaires on even strength.
Fury having to make both members run into objective as no one is on objective. Not a good, not a strong defense.
Not a strong defense, but a good rotation nonetheless. It's always good to have the bodies on objective so you prevent the cap, especially on an objective like this. Kagan finds Evolution in the backcourt. It is now up to Crimson Catalyst to prevent anything from happening to that little satellite dish. Crimson is holding a pretty nice angle, actually.
I don't know. He's gonna have to get nervous. Ooh, a nice little nade comes out. He's checking all the rooms now. He's checking all the rooms. He's running up on Kagan. Kagan's in the window. No, Kagan comes around the corner and catches him. Legionnaires take point number 1.
Yeah, if he held his position by the objective, he probably would have had the advantage because, you know, they would have been forced to have to go up to the objective and give away their positions in doing so. So might have been not been the greatest move coming out of Crimson, but it is what he chose to do. Casters have 20/20 sight, you know. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to defend an objective as one person on most objectives. Like, that's just, it's nerve-wracking. You don't, like, at that point, unless you've got, like, an accurate kill count before everyone else died, you're probably at least one person off because the last kill could have been a trade. So, you know, I don't know. It's definitely a nerve-wracking experience.
Yeah, being the last person up is not the greatest experience in the world, but you can see some amazing plays coming out of it. Fury here will have the same spawn as Legionnaires, or I'm sorry, they'll have the same objective. We don't know the spawn yet. It's not that I know of, unless Trip has some magical Onward powers. Trip, what are you predicting the spawn will be?
Quick spawn.
Okay, you heard it from him. Let's see if he has magical powers. Maybe borderline cheating, maybe just telepathy. We don't know. But wait no longer. We're about to see if Triple Nipple is correct. And it is, yeah.
I am correct.
He has magical powers, ladies and gentlemen. Get the round circle thingy going. Yeah, there we go. Very nice circle. Wouldn't you say?
It is a very nice circle. Also, there are a couple of other games going on. Mayhem versus Animal House is happening right now, and they are currently on map number 2. So we will probably be done before them, and you can go watch that sweet Onward action.
Shots coming out from GT4 YouTube view as he tries to catch out Eric, but Eric gets the better of that. And Bald-Headed catches out Raider. And Evolution is already taken on the alleyway here, but gets caught out by El Vegas. Vegas
sets off his C4, but the Beast is immune to C4.
He has built up a tolerance to C4 over the years.
If you hurt yourself with smaller C4, you build up a tolerance for the bigger C4. It's just like if you shoot yourself with little bullets, you build up a tolerance for larger bullets.
Yeah, your skin calluses, and then you eventually become bulletproof. Crimson has taken out Kagan, and he is on objective under smoke.
That's a cap.
Yeah, that's a cap. I have this one on camera.
Oh,
no!
Eric comes around the corner!
Eric!
Oh,
Oh!
no! Oh my god. I don't know how long he was there, but that was a good amount of time. He definitely
always
had
practice
cap
your
time.
code. Always practice your code. What a nice rotation coming out of Eric to prevent that cap from happening. Almost tie it back up for Legionnaires, but I'm sorry, no, almost get the lead at that point, but Legionnaires are able to get that win and get the point. So it is now a 2-0.
Yeah, Legionnaires. Remind me of the total score right now because I don't have it saved.
Oh, his telepathic powers have failed him now, but it is 9
wait,
to
I do
7.
have it saved. I don't need you. I have it.
Wow.
I do need
It
you.
is
It's 9 to 7, you said?
Yes.
Legionnaires.
I don't
Fury
need
won
you.
map 2.
I need you.
And this is the decider. Here we go.
Yes, it is.
Wait, I have 8 to 7. How many points did Legionnaires get on Suburbia?
They got 3.
Oh, I thought they only had 2.
No, they got 3. I believe they got 3.
I don't know.
Yes, they did, because it was either Legionnaires getting the win and
I thought it was 2-2 and they just capped, and Fury capped.
well, the chat will probably yell at us.
We'll watch it. We'll watch it later. Here we go. We're hopping on to the next round, which is round number 3. Ice cream truck objective.
Push is coming out from the north side, and there's actually some action about to happen right over here at the street corner.
Oh, the corner? My corner?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
That's where I make my money.
off that pallet right there.
Oh, yes. Evo is definitely looking. I don't think DMT can go up that pallet, though.
I don't
I think
think
you have to go around
so.
it.
It is bulletproof, though. I do believe. It is solid brick, so I hope it is.
What about underneath? Because DMT is looking through the bottom, which is a very, very impressive spot. I don't think I've ever looked down there.
It is a hard look because it is a small pallet. Raider on the other side catches out the Beast, bringing Fury's count down by a half.
A half a man.
Half a man. He's still a man, but
Oh, you
unable to
can't
walk.
go up over it. DMT just went up and over it prone and is now creeping up towards Evolution, half in the building.
Evo does
Doesn't
get the
matter.
better.
Evolution gets him.
Yeah, he gets the better of him there. The Peeker's advantage.
Bald-Headed also picked up one somewhere.
But gets picked up himself by Eric.
Gets a little aggressive. Yeah, I don't know why
Yeah.
you need a defender over there.
Fury has been very aggressive as of late. And it might be actually their downfall. Evolution does catch out Vegas. And Crimson does get the revive on the Beast, bringing it up to a 4.5 B3 Fury's advantage, but
Ooh, shots ringing far down the street from Evolution onto Arik. And he's coming back, coming to get the res. He finds GT because Bald is super loud.
and he's about to get himself 2 free kills right there.
I'm pretty sure Eric could hear Bald-headed from the white car talking because he was so loud.
Raider does find Evolution on the other side of the map from what we are looking at. But Eric's
now
leading a pretty decent push.
He's having a good life.
Yeah, he's enjoying it on the west side story.
Ooh, shots really close to Raider coming from the upstairs.
Yeah, he's got to really watch out for those upstairs areas because that's such a crucial control point for the objective. You got to take this out first before you can even think about making a cross across the street. Crimson Catalyst finds Eric. It is up to Raider if he wants to get his team that 3rd match point.
And Raider does not know that Crimson's upstairs. He called him out as being in objective window. Might not go well for Raider as he crosses the street.
When Catalyst makes the peak, he has actually a tall order.
Raider's looking the wrong way as Beast takes him down.
Fury get their first point on this map.
Catalyst making all that noise kept distracting Raider, and he kept looking to his right as he rounded the corner. And folks, if you're taking a corner, you never look away from it.
No, that booty will get you in trouble, and that it did for Raider. That booty got tapped, and it got tapped hard. Oh, wrong team. There we go.
And shout out to everyone watching. I know this isn't a biddy channel, but we do appreciate you coming out anyways and supporting the VR Master League. We do have 3 games going right now. I think 2 actually is done now. I'm not sure. Let me take a look. 2 might be done. Nope, we are all still going. Actually, we are the farthest along. Scores from the other games. Mayhem or Animal House versus Mayhem. Animal House is currently losing, and 5 Horsemen versus Ember. The 5 Horsemen are winning, but it looks like a tight game, and they are only on map 2. I thought we were going slow.
Oh,
Didn't that
no.
game start a half an hour ahead of us? Maybe it didn't. Maybe it started a half hour after. I can't remember.
Well,
Time zones are hard.
No matters about those games. Let's get back into this one because this is really tight.
This is a great game to watch. A good matchup. You know, Fury showing that they really aren't just a silver team.
No, Fury's really sticking it to the gold. I think they really want that rank as well, but this round they're going to have to get through the Legionnaires in order to get there. They are down a point. They need to get that back if they want to start thinking about that, I should say.
If you pop to camera 2 here, there's a nice C4 placement.
Ooh, yes, that is very juicy. Really blocks that back alley.
Legionnaires basically holding objective. They said they're not going to go. They're not
And
going
we
to
might see that C4 used right now. Oh, but Evolution gets caught up by El Vegas before the boom boom
Who
can
needs
happen.
C4 when you have a gun?
GT catches out DMT, gets caught up by Raider. Something else happens. Eric catches out Crimson Catalyst, but Crimson Catalyst, oh no, they trade.
Yeah, bald-headed now on Blue Room, coming across the street. Is he gonna go for it? He's behind the Humvee. Oh, but Raider's waiting for him.
A good rotation coming out of Raider. Now it's up to the Beast. He's got a tall order ahead of him. Cap or kill 3 people, 2 of which are on objective, and 1 of which is hanging out behind. So the route he's going on is not exactly the greatest.
I don't think the other route is any better, to be fair. There's two guys in objective room. I don't think you can go around them in the front and just like waltz up and cap. If he does peek that window, though, he could take down 1 or 2. He knows they're there. Oh, he peeks the window a little too late. He's looking. He's looking. I don't know if I'm tall enough to shoot through that window.
I don't even think I am. You have to be pretty tall.
Oh, and he misses. There he goes. Now he needs to move. He needs to move.
But Kagan stepping outside, finishes out the round and gets Legionnaires that 3rd lucrative point. Juicy.
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 Like the sweatpants with the word juicy on the butt.
Oh yeah. I think we've been seeing a lot of juicy butts lately. A lot of butt shots lately. They've been giving away a lot of players. People gotta watch where that booty be swinging, you know? It's not Christian, you know?
Not Christian.
A little late on that. The late reaction coming out of Trent here.
I am multitasking, and that just took a second. To be perfectly honest, that was not the dumbest thing that I was responding to at that moment. All right, so Legionnaires have 3 points. This is the map. This is the series decider. They are attacking West objective. Fury, I gotta tell Fury, they gotta be tight. They gotta stay on this objective, but I don't think they're going to. I think they're gonna rush. I think they're gonna send 1 north, 1 south, and leave maybe 3 on objective, maybe 1 out the middle, and only leave 2 on objective. And I just think Legionnaires are gonna pick them off 1 at a time.
And that's the thing we really haven't been seeing out of Fury. We haven't really seen a change in their playstyle. We know that they're going to get really aggressive the further along into the round they go. I think Legionnaires know that pretty well too, and they're going to use that to their advantage. But anyways, we get Trip's little spinny round thing telling us what match it is. Yeah.
Round number 5.
Oh, I've got it wrong. Whatever.
That's what happens when you don't touch the round.
That is true. No, there was a cap.
No, there wasn't.
Oh, you are right. Yeah. It is late. This is what happens when I have a co-caster. I lean on it too much.
Legionnaires with a close quick spawn on the southwest side.
Used to spread out. A really good spread as well. Kind of beginning to encircle the objective.
Bald-headed is in the Kiat, and he's probably gonna get at least 1 pick. But the way the Legionnaires have been playing, I haven't really seen random picks not get refragged. So I mean, the cover and everything.
And also, he's just so far from objective. If Legionnaires do get onto objective, there is no way he's going to be able to get it back in time.
That is also true. He is way far off of objective. At a certain point,
Ooh,
never mind, Raider gets GT.
A good pick as well, through the wood, I believe.
As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by gunfire, at a certain point, if you are the flanking defender, you have to know, oh, there's 3 minutes left or whatever. I should start heading back regardless, like, because they're either setting up an attack and you're going to be way out of position because they're going to take down your defense, or just anything could go wrong. I mean, at that point, you should start moving back. And really, offensive, like, he's not even flanking at this point. He's just waiting.
Yeah,
which I don't think that's a great position to be waiting. If he was going to do something, it would have gone down east side of Bazaar, come south, and then you would have a good line of sight back towards objective for anyone crossing the street.
He's copying a very iconic Ember move, I think, which worked really well against Phoenix back when they were a thing. But the spawns are completely different. But Baldhead actually is able to catch Eric on his rotation.
They're firing back at us.
Shots coming out from Evolution in response to the two members of Legionnaires at White Car. Remember, Fury have everything to fight for here, and the Beast recognizes that as he downs El Vegas in the alleyway.
Yeah, Raider and Kagan here on the White Car are really just being distractions. They're one of them is on the radio pretty much all the time while the other one is shooting, and they're just calling out locations and okay, we've got him distracted, go for it. And the pushes are working. DMT gets one, he takes down the Beast. Now he has to deal with Crimson.
That is a huge pickup, because now Evolution does have to rotate. He can no longer engage DMT. Well, I'm sorry, he can no longer engage the two at White Car, but no matters anymore. He does find DMT.
Oh, he also finds Crimson Catalyst.
That is not good. Ooh, that's rough. Especially on such a crucial round.
Yep.
And the two members of Legionnaires who were at that White Car are beginning their approach right now. Engaging Evolution, Raider becomes victorious in that engagement. And Objective is pretty free, awaiting the rotation of the final member of Fury. But Baldhead is actually choosing to go off of Objective and directly engage Kagan, to which he loses and thus gives up the map and the game. Legionnaires emerge victorious.
I don't know if he had a good way to defend that, being the last man alive. He would have had to cross that main street towards Objective, which is just not safe.
Yeah, it's not safe unless you got utility. You really want to be able to use those smokes and whatnot. But that will conclude our casting for today. Legionnaires emerge victorious. My name is TFH Todd, or however you prefer to call me. My co-caster today is Trip. Trip, do you have any closing thoughts?
I think that's it. We are, if you're going to hang around and chat real quick, we're just going to raid back onto Onward Master League 1 at the end of this cast. So just stick around and we'll go over and watch the action.
Alrighty, really quick before we go, these matches are brought to you by ProTube and what's the other one? I forget.
VR Cover.
There you go. Thank you, Trip. I rely on you for these things. VR Cover. Check out their stuff. They sell some really awesome stuff, and a lot of times really crucial to the league, especially what ProTube does. They do some pretty awesome stuff, so definitely give them a check out. That's all from us. Take care, everyone. Good night.